when I compare being a lawyer now, all kinds of lawyers, not just trial lawyers, personal injury lawyers, is to back in like the mid 2000s, 2010, something. Online poker was huge. Remember party poker and all this shit, and then all these guys that were online players, like some random dude from Norway, who played 50,000 hands of online poker, would show up in Vegas at the World Series of Poker and win the fucking tournament. Right. And that's the first time the guy ever handled chips in his life. Never played live poker in his life, but they've played so many hands and have so much experience because of what is available to you that they could go out there and beat fucking Doyle Brunson, right? Now, trial lawyers have so much information at their fingertips. You can go online, graduate from law school, you can watch videos, webinars, you can read, and you can see everything, stuff that I would only dream about when I was a fucking
I used to
lawyer.
read those fucking, like, Doyle Brunson's poker book.
Yeah.
Like those, But I mean, with trial lawyer books, too, with trial guys.
Yeah,
it's
the
the
same shit. It's now you have everything. Now you have no excuse. It's all here for you.
I think that, like, the irony of it is going to, like, Brian and I have this conversation all the time. And Brian's like, man, I wish we did this 5 years ago. And I'm like, we would not have been, this wouldn't be working like it works if we did it 5 years ago. And that's the rub of like part of the reason we're able to be successful early and like we're really grateful for it is having guys like you that I can like, we can reach out to, right? I can be like, hey, I'm trying this slip and fall issue. What should I do here? I called Bob and like, we called Bob, we had a trial in January. Literally, Brian and I fucking, stupidest and smartest decision we ever did. We start the firm and Jan 1, we had a case within 10 days, go to trial. Like, Brian's like, hey, you got to hop on. I didn't work at my old firm. I was like, I won't touch it until I'm out.
Very tough case.
And we go and do it. We have a great result. But, like, we're calling Bob and we're, like, asking questions. And it's like, if you don't have that community, it's hard to find and hard to grow. And you kind of need that big firm model to teach you. But also, that community is more and more accessible each day.
Yeah,
and it's like people who are watching and watch this and then they go, oh, fuck, I'm going to slide into Bob's DMs. That works.
But see, this is why we started the project we're doing, because we're on text chains with like the most powerful lawyers in California and surrounding areas, and we just text ideas, or how do I deal with this issue? And there's a point of humility with it. Like, I don't know how to tackle this issue, and how do you respond to that? Right. And that's what we want to create is, imagine a world where you have thousands of lawyers that are best at what they do. They can have that to teach.
It's like when I'm on a text chain with lawyers from the inner circle of advocates, the best, and they're asking me questions, and I'm like, damn, you know, I mean, it really is a full circle moment for me, a guy who came from nowhere.
But we see some questions on those chats where like lawyers that are so experienced, that you think are so experienced, we're like, how the fuck do they not know the answer to that question or how to do it?
I have this theory that when I was like a really young lawyer, one of my mentors was a superstar, and he'd Arizona Trial Lawyers president and kind of taught me everything I knew. And I remember him taking this deposition, and I wrote the deposition like outline. And at a certain point, he starts reading verbatim my outline. And he's a stud, and I'm like, holy shit, he's relying on my outline. So maybe everyone's faking it a little bit. And then I like, as soon as I realized that, I'm like, fuck, like they just forget they're faking it. Like they forget that they've
it's imposter syndrome, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But now you're using these artificial intelligence programs that are creating those outlines for you, and you could fake it even a little bit more.
This AI like I'm going to say for the last 15 years, I used to get calls and emails weekly, people wanting my premises liability depot outline, because I wrote this outline years ago. I've been handling premise cases for 25 years. I've taken hundreds of PMK depots. I have an outline that I know that everybody in LA uses my outline. Maybe.
Now in Arizona, please.
Yeah, and now I think now they get it all. They probably just chat GPT it and say, hey, give me an outline for a PMK depot for Walmart, and they get it. Because I don't get that many calls anymore. But for I'll send you my outline.
Yeah, I do want that for sure.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just now people have so many places to get the information that they need.
But they get information, but is it the correct information?
Yeah,
is the problem.
I mean, I think a lot of that is you just kind of fuck around and find out.
Right. I mean, that's what I was going to say earlier. You know, like having the balls just to go for it and being thrown to the fire and being in that situation. I've learned more from going into things that no one in my entire firm knew how to handle.